This was made by a YouTuber, took 3 years to build, and costs as much as one that comes off a tool truck. Let's talk about it. Alright, so this is the LTT screwdriver, made by arguably the biggest tech YouTuber on the platform today, Linus of Linus Tech Tips. I'm sure some of you aren't into tech like I am, and that's perfectly fine. Because according to Linus, this is built tough enough for us motorized enthusiasts as well. Which, at the price tag this carries, puts it dead square in tool truck territory. Which is kind of funny because it was his snap-on screwdriver that led him to develop his own screwdriver. And just remember, even though the price is comparable, Linus won't be showing up to your work or shop every 2 weeks if it breaks, and you can't just hop on the bike and ride down to the local tool store to get it replaced either. On the plus side of that, warranty claims should be minimal, because in this screwdriver they used like 303 stainless for the shaft. They used Delrin inside the ratcheting mechanism to keep it tight, and they also built the bit holder out of Delrin. And for the handle, they used Triax 120. I want to share my experience with this screwdriver with you. I've never been much of a ratcheting screwdriver person. I would use a battery drill normally, but my normal ratcheting screwdriver that I have, that this one must have ate because I can't find it anywhere, had an extended shaft. So with that, I would use it to get at the boots that hold the carbs and use it that way, or taking the screws off the top of a carb or whatever. That's generally what I used it for. I really need to find a place where this fits in my daily tool setup. So to do that, I won't be using any of his proprietary 20mm bits. There's probably 2 in here that would work for me. One is a number 2 Phillips. The other is actually a magnet extension that goes in here so you can pick up screws that you might have lost. If you're like me and you go to Home Depot, Lowe's, Menards and get your bits, those are 25mm bits. You're only going to be able to fit 6 in this screwdriver. I set mine up already, and I will put my preferred setup here. It's mainly based on Harley Davidson, which is like a T25 Torx, a T27 Torx, number 2 Phillips, a number 3 Phillips, like a 1/4 inch Allen and a 3/16 Allen. That would be my top 6 that I would put in here. I think I'm missing one. I think I'm missing the 1/4 I couldn't find. In my testing, I didn't torture test this thing, by like trying to hand drive a screw into a board. That's the dumbest shit. But what I did do, so when I needed a standard screwdriver, I used this instead. And what I found, I ended up just using it like a regular screwdriver. That kind of defeats the purpose of the ratchet screwdriver. So in the second part that I want to talk about is his magnet that he brags about in here. So that magnet is supposed to have like 5 newtons of magnetic force, which is like 1.12 pounds of force. Caveat, that's with his 20mm bits. Yeah, if you put a 25mm bit in here, you're losing a lot of magnetic strength, and doesn't quite hold any of the fasteners like you would hope. Now, to sum everything up, would I recommend this screwdriver? Yes and no. Yes, if you're somebody that's building computers, or you are used to using a ratcheting screwdriver, this is awesome. The low back force is amazing for installing screws. If you're someone like me, that's where the no comes in. The ratcheting screwdriver that I've used for like 8 years, I bought at O'Reilly's, and it has an extension. It's fantastic. Yes, it's not quite as tight as this one, but I'm so used to using a regular screwdriver that I just end up using this wrong anyways. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and remember, here at V Twinkie, we build it to ride.